They say time devours all things, but what if time itself takes the shape of a lion, fierce, eternal, and endlessly reborn? In the beginning, there was no dawn nor dusk, no yesterday nor tomorrow. Before the first star ignited and before the universe knew its own name, there was only an endless, formless silence. It was a profound quietude, stretching into an infinity without measure, a void awaiting a voice. And then, from the very heart of that immense stillness, a sound erupted. It was not a whisper, but a roar, a cosmic roar that tore through the fabric of nothingness, shattering the primordial silence and breathing life into the cosmos. This was the first moment, the genesis of all that is and ever will be. That single powerful roar was the spark that ignited motion, the catalyst for change, and the birth of time itself. It was the universe's first breath, a declaration of existence that echoed into the newly formed expanse. From this singular event, the arrow of time was loosed from its bow, flying forward into eternity. The source of this cataclysmic sound was no mere beast, but a celestial entity, a manifestation of existence itself. They call it the Lion of Time. Its roar was the first pulse of the universe, the initial heartbeat of reality. This was not just the beginning of time, but the very embodiment of it, a force of creation born from a sound that would forever define the rhythm of the stars, the dance of galaxies, and the fleeting moments of every life that would come to be. The lion's roar was the eternal promise of a beginning, carved from the heart of the void. In the silent, unending theater of the cosmos, a myth is whispered among the stars. It's the story of the Lion of Time, a creature born not of flesh and bone, but of pure, relentless chronology. Its existence began with the first tick of the universe, a silent roar that set the great cosmic clock in motion. This wasn't a beast you could track or hunt. It was the hunt itself, the embodiment of a force that touches everything and everyone without exception. It is the devourer of all. As the universe unfurled like a grand tapestry, stretching and pooling, the Lion of Time began its eternal patrol. It walked through the swirling mists of newborn galaxies, its paws silent on the fabric of space-time. Its magnificent mane wasn't fur, but a shimmering, chaotic weave of comets trailing ice and dust, and the fading light of dying stars. Each strand was a moment, a memory, a future yet to happen, all woven together in a fiery, majestic crown. With every thunderous roar that echoed through the void, a new chapter was written, and an old one was closed. The roar wasn't sound, but a ripple in reality itself. It was the force that marked the end of an age and the dawn of another. Beneath its silent, watchful gaze, entire civilizations bloomed like stellar nebulae building cities of light, writing poetry on planetary rings, and dreaming of immortality. Then, just as they reached their zenith, they would crumble back into stardust, their stories absorbed into the lion's cosmic memory. To the fleeting lives of mortals, who measure their existence in heartbeats and seasons, the lion was a terrifying symbol of destruction. It was the relentless march towards an inevitable end, the loss, the decay, the final goodbye. But from the perspective of the cosmos, a much grander, more beautiful truth was revealed. The lion wasn't destruction. It was balance. It was the gardener of eternity, pruning the old and overgrown to allow new life to sprout. For what is time if not the endless, cyclical act of devouring the past to make way for the future? It is the universe consuming itself, only to be reborn, more vibrant and complex than before. The Lion of Time is not the end, it is the promise of a new beginning. We look up at those distant lights, many of which have already died. Their light still traveling across the cosmos to reach our eyes. This is the echo of time, a constant whisper of endings and beginnings. Imagine time not as a straight line, but as a great cosmic lion. A magnificent beast whose mane is woven from nebulae and whose roar is the Big Bang itself. This Lion of Time is perpetually hungry. It stalks the universe, and with every powerful stride, it devours moments, epics, and even stars. It consumes the present, turning it into the past. We often see this as an act of destruction, an ending. The star that collapses, the empire that falls, the life that fades away, it feels like a loss, a finality. We mourn what is gone, what the lion has taken into its great dark maw. But this is where the story truly begins. The lion of time does not only destroy, when it devours, it transforms. What was once consumed becomes part of its very being, its energy, its essence, only to be reborn through its breath. Think of it. Stars that die scatter their stardust across the galaxy, the raw material for new suns and new worlds. Forests that burn to the ground enrich the soil, making way for vibrant green life to spring forth from the ashes, stronger and more resilient than before. This cycle isn't just something that happens out there in the vastness of space or in the wild places of the earth. It happens within us. You and I, we live, we experience, we grow, we fade, and we return. Our ideas, our legacies, our very atoms are reshaped by the jaws of time. Every ending we face is not a full stop, but a transformation. The end of a chapter in your life is the fuel for the next one. The grief you feel for a loss eventually becomes the wisdom and strength you carry forward. We are all part of this magnificent, eternal process of being consumed and reborn. So the next time you feel the passage of time as a loss, remember the lion. It is not just taking away. It is remaking. It is a promise that nothing is ever truly gone, only changed. We are all stardust, cycling through eternity, devoured and breathed out by time itself, forever part of its majestic, unending story. This feeling, this powerful, sometimes terrifying transformation, is what I call the lion of time. Imagine a majestic lion, not of flesh and bone, but woven from the fabric of eternity itself. Its mane is the dawn, its roar the thunder of collapsing stars. This isn't just a creature, it's a cosmic force, a cycle. The lion of time devours the past, not out of malice, but to make space for the future. It consumes every moment, every version of ourselves, every ending, so that a new beginning can be born from its essence. Deep within every one of our hearts, there's a fragment of this lion. It's our instinct to fight for what we believe in, our primal urge to create something from nothing, and even our capacity to let things fall apart so they can be rebuilt stronger. It's the voice that whispers, it's time for a change, even when change feels like the end of the world. Think about the major turning points in your life. A career change, the end of a relationship, a personal breakthrough. In those moments, didn't you have to let go of who you were? That process of letting go feels like being devoured. It's raw, it's painful, and it leaves you feeling utterly exposed. But that is the lion at work. It's consuming the old you, the one who had outgrown their skin, to allow the new you, the person you are meant to become, to step into the light. Growth is not a gentle stroll through a garden. It's a battle, a climb, a wrestling match with your own limitations. And time is not a merciful friend who waits for you. It is a relentless river, constantly flowing, constantly pushing you forward. Yet, it is through this very struggle, this constant dance with time's unyielding nature, that we are guided toward our most authentic selves. So the next time you feel that internal quake, don't fear it. Recognize the roar of the lion. Understand that you are not being destroyed. You are being remade. You are eternity devouring itself, only to be reborn, stronger, wiser, and more you than ever before. Embrace the cycle. Have you ever gazed into the endless night sky and felt a sense of wonder? A feeling that you're looking at something far older and grander than you can imagine? What if I told you that you're not just seeing stars, but looking into the very fabric of time itself? The ancients spoke of a cosmic being, the lion of time. They said its mane never stops growing, a golden cascade that stretches across the cosmos. Why? Because time itself never ceases. Each shimmering strand of light in its magnificent mane isn't just a hair. It's a lifetime, a memory, a story, a universe. Every event that has ever happened, every word spoken, every tear shed, Every laugh that has echoed through history, it's all woven into this eternal mane. When you look up at the stars, you're not just seeing distant suns. You're witnessing the mane of the Lion of Time, shimmering with the light of everything that ever was. Those constellations? They are patterns in its fur. The nebulae, with their vibrant colors, they are the dreams of the lion, swirling with the dust of creation. Each pinpoint of light is a finished story, a life that has reached its end, now shining forever as a testament to its existence. But the legend goes deeper. The Lion of Time is not just a passive observer. It is a creature of cycles, of endings and beginnings. They say that when an era grows old, when the universe itself feels weary, the lion turns and begins to devour its own tail, its own mane. It consumes the past, not to destroy it, but to absorb its energy, its wisdom, its light. This act isn't one of destruction, but of renewal. As the lion consumes eternity, it digests the memories of old worlds to fuel the birth of new ones. From this cosmic feast, a new Big Bang erupts, a new universe is born, and the lion's mane begins to grow once more, strand by radiant strand. It is the ultimate cycle, eternity devouring itself to be reborn. So the next time you feel small under the vast expanse of the night, remember the Lion of Time. You are a part of its story. Your life, your memories, will one day become a gleaming strand in its mane, a star in a new sky for others to look upon with wonder. You are a part of eternity. Each star is a sun, a beacon in the vast cosmic ocean. We often talk about the beginning of everything, the Big Bang, a cataclysmic roar that birthed space and time. But what about the end? What happens when the last star flickers out, when the universe itself grows old and tired? Imagine time as a great cosmic lion. Its roar is the vibration of creation, the force that sets galaxies spinning and ignites the hearts of suns. For eons, this lion has roamed the plains of existence, its presence defining everything we know. Its mane is woven from the fabric of space-time, and its eyes hold the light of a trillion stars. This is the Lion of Time, the embodiment of cosmic energy and the relentless march forward. But every roar eventually fades into silence. Every great beast must, at some point, rest. One day, a day so far in the future, our minds can't even grasp it. The Lion of Time will grow weary. The last galaxy will fade into the cold darkness. Every last spark of creation will dim, and the vibrant cosmos will fall into a profound and absolute silence. The universe will have run its course. The lion will close its eyes and sleep. This isn't an end in the way we think of it. It's not a final defeat, but a necessary pause, a cosmic winter. In this total stillness, in this void where time itself has ceased to be, something incredible will happen. Think of it as the universe taking a deep breath. From the heart of that infinite silence, a new rumble will begin. A new energy will gather. A new potential will stir from the remnants of the old. This is the great secret of the cosmos. Eternity devours itself only to be reborn. The end is just the beginning in disguise. That faint rumble will grow, gathering strength in the quiet dark, until it erupts into another magnificent roar. A new Big Bang, a new universe, with new laws, new galaxies, and new possibilities will burst forth. And in that brilliant, blinding flash of creation, the Lion of Time will open its eyes once more, ready to begin its long journey all over again. So the next time you look at the stars, remember the lion. Remember that you are part of a cycle so grand, so beautiful, it spans across eternity itself. You are a momentary thought in the mind of the universe, a flicker in the eye of the lion. And that is a truly wonderful thing to be. Imagine for a moment that time is not a hunter, but a majestic lion, a powerful, regal creature walking right beside you. This is the Lion of Time. Its presence is not a threat, but a profound lesson. It walks with a deliberate, unhurried grace, its golden eyes fixed on the horizon. This lion doesn't chase you. It accompanies you on your journey. With every step, this lion teaches you one of life's most vital secrets, the art of letting go. Think about a real lion in the wild. It sheds its old, worn fur to make way for a new, stronger coat. It leaves behind the bones of yesterday's hunt to seek new sustenance. It doesn't cling to the past. It lives fully in the present, always ready for what comes next. Our line of time teaches us the same. It nudges us to shed the skin of our past selves, the regrets, the mistakes, the old wounds, so we can grow into the person we are meant to become. The roar of this lion isn't the sound of aggression. It's a call to courage. It echoes through the valleys of our lives, especially when we face an ending. The end of a job, a relationship, a chapter of our lives. These moments can feel like a silent, empty void. We fear them. But the lion's roar reminds us that every ending is not just a loss, but a clearing, a space being made for something new. It teaches us to face these endings not with fear, but with the courage of a lion facing a new dawn. The ancient symbol of the Ouroboros, the serpent eating its own tail, tells a similar story. It represents the eternal cycle of destruction and recreation. The lion of time is a living, breathing Ouroboros. It devours everything. Memories fade, moments pass, and eventually, all that is will cease to be. Yes, the lion of time consumes all. But in this act of consumption, it isn't destroying, it is transforming. Through its magnificent, cyclical nature, all things are given the chance to be reborn. The fallen leaves of autumn don't just die. They nourish the soil for the spring bloom. The sun doesn't vanish at night. It rises again, bringing a new day. The cycle is the universe's most beautiful paradox. In being devoured, we are renewed. In ending, we find a new beginning. The lion of time's hunger is not for our destruction, but for our evolution. It clears the old to make way for the new, ensuring that life, in its infinite forms, continues to flourish. It's a powerful, humbling, and ultimately hopeful truth. We are part of this grand, cosmic dance of renewal. So, the next time you find yourself in a moment of profound silence when the noise of the world fades away and you feel the stillness of an ending, don't be afraid. Don't rush to fill the quiet. Instead, listen. Listen closely. Can you hear it? Deep within that silence, you might just perceive the slow, rhythmic breath of a great beast. That is the lion of time, resting beside you, gathering its strength. It's not the silence of nothingness. It is the pause before the symphony, the quiet inhale before the magnificent, life-affirming roar that will herald your next new beginning. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more thoughts on life, time, and everything in between. It means the world to me. Until next time, walk with courage.